Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willow Journals. Welcome back to my channel. I have got a tutorial coming up for you guys where I'll be showing you how I made these collage envelopes. So it's really fun to embellish these. These are a pack of 20 envelopes that came from Nbeads, 2 in each colour and design. And I'll leave a link below to Nbeads in the description box below and a discount code that you can use. This one has music or the piano keys on the back, so I thought I'd use piano paper and music paper to go with that theme. And I wanted to keep the words there where you could see the words on that music paper. Really love these. Some I kept more simple, the designs, and I really love the simplicity of this one in particular with the doily at the edge there. And it says thank you. They all have this beautiful embossing at the back in different designs and words, sentiments. This one's really lovely too. I used scrapbook paper, some little vintage style papers, a label sticker, and this is some stamp page from a stamp book. They all have a faux stamp there. So all these materials, most of them I got from Stationery Pal, like these ones here, or I also got them from Your Creative Studio. And I love having some writing space on the envelope. This one's got some washi tape on it here. Yeah, some I did a lot more on the envelope, covering most of the envelope, others a lot more simple. Love this particular label sticker. The faux stamps, that was a washi tape roll, and that one came from Stationery Pal. And I also have a link below to Stationery Pal in the description box with a discount code for them too. So really fun, quite happy with these, how they turned out, how they're all a little bit different. And now that I've shown you what they look like all finished, I will show you what they look like as I do a tutorial. And I think we make 4 together. So I'll switch over to that video now and hope you enjoy that tutorial and have fun making these at home. Okay, so here is the tutorial, and just switching over to voiceover. I do have 4 envelopes in front of me. And as you can see, I've already laid out the collage. So basically what I do for these is raid my scrap box. So you've probably seen my scrap box before on my channel. I've made various projects using scraps. And my scraps just come from, offcuts from making my journals. So vintage music papers, coffee dye papers, book pages, they all go into my scrap box, and I just kind of rip around the edges and tear them into scraps that are a nice shape or size that can be used on these envelopes. For this project I also used some other goodies. So there are some vintage style ephemera pieces like the labels, the sticker labels. We've got these papers here, like stamp papers. Those ones I believe came from Stationery Pal, so I'll leave a link to Stationery Pal in the description box, and there's a code for 18% off for them as well. And yeah, they're really handy. I love putting those in pockets. I love using them for collage, using them for backgrounds and that kind of thing. And since they've got stamps on them, I thought they were fitting for this project because stamps and envelopes are a good pair. And then I kind of balance that out with some of the vintage book pages or music paper. I've also got some vintage piano paper that you can see on the 2 envelopes over on the right side. And in my scrap box, I also have scrapbook papers. So you can see the 2 envelopes on the right hand side, there's some beautiful blue paper with pink flowers, and it almost looks like wallpaper. So really pretty. I chose that one for those envelopes because it was a blue envelope, or they're blue background envelopes, and so I was trying to think of tying in the colours with what I'm adding to the envelope. And yeah, the other one is a bit more involved. I've got 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top envelope, and on the bottom envelope I have got, I think, 5 pieces, and then I do the finishing touch is just adding the stamp into the right hand corner. I love using faux stamps. I do actually have real stamps, but I tend to hoard my real stamps because once those ones are gone, they're gone. You can't just buy them again. Well, I guess you can. If you're looking to get some stamps, Etsy has a lot of different stamps you can buy, like butterfly stamps, flower stamps, bird stamps, mixed stamps. So I don't know why. I should just use them, shouldn't I? But yeah, originals. I find it really hard to use originals of things. But yeah, I love those washi tape roll of stamps. They're fantastic. I would definitely get those again. They look wonderful. So just showing you more of a simple one, a simple layout. Yeah, some of them I cover the entire envelope. This one I'm just covering more of the middle of the envelope so you can still see the colour. And I think I do like that because, you know, you want to show the envelope and highlight the colour, make use of the colour. But sometimes I just got carried away, and I really enjoyed layering different elements and seeing how the collage worked together. And yeah, it was more about the collage than the envelope in the end for those ones. The envelope just ended up being the backdrop, a substrate for the collage. Whereas yeah, this first one that I did, this was the very first design that I came up with. I was highlighting more of the envelope itself and the colour. And again, I'm thinking of the colours, matching up the colours to the envelope. So this piece I included because it had a red flower on it, and I thought that highlighted, you know, the red colour of the envelope. And even things like the colours of the stamps, the colours of the papers, I'm looking for contrasting colours, complementing colours, similar colours, that kind of thing. And I do just choose stamps that go with the colour as well. Like, I didn't fuss around too much, but where possible, if I saw a stamp that I thought went really well with the colour of the envelope and the collage, then I would rip off the previous stamps to get to the one that I thought fit best. And yeah, so that one has the red flower on the stamp, so I thought, yep, that one is perfect. Let's use that one. And yeah, it was quite fun. I just spent maybe an hour or so while I was listening to a podcast, putting all of these envelopes together. I wasn't sure if I was going to make all 20 of them in one sitting, but yeah, I got on a roll and I was having fun and just put them all together. And it was fun having 2 colours of each envelope, because that way I could do the same design on each of the envelopes. And just adding, you know, just bits of washi tape, just little scrappy pieces, just to add a bit more of decorative elements to the envelope. You don't need to do this. I didn't do it with most of the envelopes, but yeah, I had some of the tape just on my desk, so I am ripping it up and finding places to put it. And it kind of blends in. It looks like just another piece of paper, really. So you can have fun pulling out all your papers, pulling out all your ephemera and your washi tape, and yeah, just construct your collage. I know that collage can seem intimidating and scary if you've never done it before. I can put my hand up because that was me, so don't worry, you're not alone. I know when you watch videos sometimes and see people putting up their project photos, and it just looks like, oh, everyone is so talented at collage. Like, it just looks so easy when other people do it. It's taken me practice. It definitely has. When I first started, like, I wanted to do collage for so long, and I just put it off because it was so intimidating. And when I finally got started, it took me forever. It took me hours just to put one collage together. And yeah, I would be overthinking. I would be playing around, and I just wasn't really sure what I was doing. My very first collages were terrible, like really, really bad. So honestly, it does, well, for me, it did take time and practice, but now I do feel like I have done it enough that it comes pretty naturally to me now. Like, I don't have to think too much. Sometimes I can get stuck again overthinking, but most of the time, yeah, it's just gathering a few papers and supplies and arranging them, layering them, that kind of thing. And yeah, so I guess from my own experience with collage, I can share that or my belief that if you just keep doing it over and over and over again, you will just get better at it naturally, and it'll just be an organic thing. You won't have to think about it. Just by doing it over and over, it will just sink into you how to collage as you work out what works, what doesn't work, what you like, what you don't like, what types of pieces you like using. Maybe you like more simple collages, maybe you like lots of things happening, like busy collages. You know, just keep going, keep at it over and over again, and eventually it'll just be habit. So if you want to do collage, just give it a go, and be okay with terrible collages to start with. It's like anything, like we don't expect someone to be good at something the first time they do it, right? So don't put that pressure on yourself to create beautiful collages straight away. Be okay with mistakes, be okay with mess, be okay with imperfection, be okay with ugliness. It's all okay. We all start the same. We start from the same starting point, and we fail, and we don't like what we create. We make a mess. We create ugly creations, and it's all part of the process. It's just what you do. Don't expect perfection from yourself every single time, or any time, really. It's not about creating something perfect. It's just about having fun and creating something you like. Like, I don't necessarily, when I'm creating my journal pages, for example, I'm not looking to create a perfect page. What I'm looking to do is create something that makes me happy, and it doesn't have to be perfect to make me happy. So I hope that everyone can get to that place where creating isn't for perfection, it's just for joy, and it's for expression. And I much prefer pages that are real, raw, and authentic, that capture something real about myself, rather than a page that captures something perfect. Any day, I'll take something real over something perfect any day when it comes to my journal pages, especially when I look back at them. That's where you see the value in it. Because in the moment, I'm like, oh my gosh, that page is terrible, it's ugly, I don't like it. But when I look back at it in a year, I'm like, wow, no, that page captures something real about myself. That page captures some sort of expression. And that's where I see the beauty of it. Because the beauty isn't in how it's been put together necessarily. The beauty is in what it shares, what it's captured, what it expresses. So, wow, okay, I'm going on a tangent here, but I just want to encourage you to create without expecting perfection, without pressure, and just start where you are and create bad art. Have fun creating bad art, and eventually you'll get to a place where you create authentic art, where you create art that you're happy with, art that you like, simply because you enjoyed doing it, and simply because it reflects you in that moment. So yeah, these collages, they might not be the most perfect collages, they might not be the most beautiful, aesthetically pleasing collages, but I like them. I had fun doing them. And I'm trying not to judge myself, because yeah, sometimes I look at the envelope and I'm just like, oh, what a mess, or that's too busy, that's too much, or those things don't go together. But switch off that part of my brain and just go, but I had fun doing it. And you know what? It still looks okay. And art's a funny thing. To one person, it can look like a mess, but to another person, like, oh, I really like that. So, you know, have fun with it. Do it because you enjoy it, and learn to love your work, no matter how it looks, no matter how imperfect it is. So label stickers, I love using these label stickers. Those ones came from your creative studio. And I just, wanted to put those labels on just in case I wanted to, they're not going to be for me. My plan for these are that they will be for my patrons for a mail tier. I'm working on creating patron mail that is themed for each month. So next year, each month, there will be a themed patron mail package that goes out. And it will be limited places because I've only got so many of these that I can make, and in terms of supplies. But yeah, that was my aim. So my thought was that whoever gets these envelopes, they could write something on that space. And yeah, maybe include it in a journal as a decorative element, an interactive element where they could put something inside the envelope, but also write something on the front. Like for me, it's all about the journaling. So yes, it looks pretty, what I create. Well, I hope to create something that looks pretty, but I also want to have somewhere where you could put journaling space. So yeah, those are the envelopes. I hope you enjoyed this chatty process video and have fun making your own collages using envelopes or whatever you have. Thanks for watching. Bye guys. Big thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in September. I could not do this without you, so thank you so much for allowing me to create and share videos for yet another month. If you'd like to become a patron in October, the link will be below in the description box. That's where you get access to behind the scenes looks, sneak peeks, first access to my journals. At the Ruby level, you get all printables from my Etsy shop. Emerald level, you get extra printables, and then there are some mail tiers as well. I'm also running my courses, my journaling courses again in October, so feel free to sign up for any of those. Just send me an email and check all the links in the description box below for ways to contact me and be part of the world of Willow Bound Journals.